So all of this has led to your book, which is titled Aging Safely, Wisely, and Well. Can you unpack what each of these words mean to you and in the context of older adults?
So the safely, because part of the work I've done involves teaching people how to prevent falls. What are the skills that you need? What are the awarenesses that you need to prevent a fall? So that is probably where the safety came from. Of course, Rain, Dr. Tediksar's component on preventing falls also does more to educate people. So that's where the aging safely came in. The wisely came from not just my years as a physical therapist, but as a woman who's now 80, who's had her share of therapy, insight, personal growth and transformation training. So the book is not strictly about what to do physically, but also I say some of the tips, tricks, and strategies, as well as skills, which comes with the wisdom of aging. I'm hoping this makes sense. So that's the wisely.
Makes perfect sense.
And the well is just, I think, almost related to how we feel about ourselves and our situations, especially in our later years of life. So, aging well is not just how physically fit you are, how comfortable you are, how adjusted you are to life. Is that making sense?
I have an Aging Well podcast, so yes, it makes sense to me. Yeah.
Okay.
So, we often really emphasize the kind of wellness aspect of aging well and how, aging well starts pretty much at conception, if not sooner. And we talk about what my friend Jay, and he's going to be all happy that I once again give him credit for labeling our wellness model as SPIES, which is a spiritual, physical, intellectual, emotional, and social. I've always called it well-centered fitness. And that's what's kind of evolved into our perspective of aging well here on the podcast. We're really looking at all of those components dovetailing together to, allow us to age with vitality, longevity, health span, and all those types of things that we talk about. And so, we're on the same page when it comes to aging well. You've just attached a few extra words that would lengthen my podcast title if I stole it from you, but I promise I won't.
And by the way, I'm sorry, Jeff, what was that?
I said, I promise I won't, steal your title for a podcast.
No, please. So, at this stage of my life, quite honestly, it's not about just making money and protecting my intellectual property. I think the biggest gift and interest that I have is the more people that share this, the more people that share it, the happier I will be. Just like you want to get your work out to as many people as possible. I just want to mention that there is a subtitle to my book. It says it's a movement and mindset guide for older adults. And I have to thank my publisher, Stacey Aronson, for insisting or recommending that I use the word mindset, because I'm thinking mindfulness. But she said, no, Vicki, mindset is really, it's a little bit different. It may include mindfulness. And Jeff, you use the word centering. So I want to mention that part of what I like to offer people is simple ways, simple things to think about or do that will make aging well easier. So I don't know if you noticed in the book that I have these 2 ABC systems. I don't know if you saw that.
Yes, I did. And that was going to be my next question, how that's the central theme.